2022 Women's NCAA Gymnastics Championships. 2 weeks ago, this started with 36 teams. We have journeyed here to Fort Worth, and now the last 4 teams are on the floor. This national championships started with 8. The top 2 teams from the sessions yesterday made it here to the finals. There are 4 teams, 4 events going on simultaneously. This is the Stream Team coverage. I am John Roethlisberger. You're watching Floor Exercise. You'll see every routine from Oklahoma as they are starting on this event. This is the event they started the qualification session with, the semifinal session with, and that is where they are here today. And this is Belle Johnson getting things going. Around the gym, Florida is starting on vault, Auburn starting on the uneven bars, and Utah starting on balance beam. Oklahoma qualified into these finals with the top score from the semifinals. Belle Johnson in that semifinal round got a 9-9 to lead things off for Oklahoma on this event. A 9-9 start, a score to come out of the gate with of a 9-9 or better is huge in these national championships. Scores a bit harder to come by in the semifinal round than they were during the regular season. If you've been following the sport, you know tons of 10s here in 2022, but only one 10-0 in that semifinal round. That was Trinity Thomas on the floor exercise in the last rotation. But don't let that fool you. There has not been better gymnastics done in this season than we saw in the semifinal round. These teams are sharp. Certainly there was a few hiccups here and there for different teams, but overall the field looked incredible. Oklahoma head coach KJ Kindler in her 16th season has won 4 national titles while coaching the University of Oklahoma. The last one was in 2019. Season cut short in 2020 due to COVID. 2021, they got taken at the stripe by Michigan. The Wolverines winning their first title last year. Closed it out on balance beam to win that title, just ahead, less than a 10th ahead of Oklahoma. So here Oklahoma is, they will finish on balance beam today in this competition. If they're gonna win it, they're gonna have to perform on that event in a big pressure situation. But talked to the coaches before the meet, and they said, hey, Michigan did it last year. We're great on beam. We just stay in our bubble, do our gymnastics, and they can knock it out of the park on that event. Certainly capable of doing that on any event are the Oklahoma Sooners. So a good start here from Belle Johnson. This is Carly Woodard. Senior out of Overland Park, Kansas in fusion gymnastics. Saw her club coaches walk by the Stream Team position just moments ago. Mike Heredia, Jackie Flannery. Front double twist, a little lack of control. I'd like to see that just tiny hop out of that landing. The Stream Team was talking about how today's competition, everyone's going to do great gymnastics, difficult gymnastics. Their execution has been great. It might literally come down to a stick contest on landings, and we're going to keep track of all the stuck landings on every event, and we're going to give you a total after each rotation on how many stuck landings for each team and see how that might relate to the standings directly. The team with the most sticks, are they in the lead? The one event we're watching in particular is vault. Certainly floor, as many as 3 big landings per routine is critically important as well. Carly Woodard, a 9.8875 in the semifinal round. Great finish. Well done. Belle Johnson opens with a 9.85. I don't think this routine's going to break a 9.9 either. Keep in mind, part of the reason the scores have been lower so far on average than they were during the regular season, there are 6 judges per event. There was 4 in the regional round. There was only 2 per event during the regular season. You have 6 sets of eyes all looking for places to take deductions. The high score, the low score are dropped. The middle 4 scores are averaged. So to ask 6 judges to throw a 10, actually it wouldn't have to be 6 exactly, but to get 4 judges to throw 10 O's, that's a lot to ask here when you have that many sets of eyes critiquing these athletes. But we'll see, it's already been done. Trinity Thomas did it, but still you're seeing some big scores nonetheless. Tom Haley, member of the Oklahoma coaching staff there. He's also been there for 16 years. Lou Ball, husband of KJ Kindler. This team has been together since KJ arrived at Oklahoma. 16 seasons they've been together. Really the coaching team, if you look across the country, that has stayed together and at a high level more than any other staff in the country. Very impressive what they've done. So Oklahoma, the only team to break a 198 in the semifinal round. That 9-9 is a 198. If you get all 9 9s, you will be at a 198. And to me, it's going to blow past that today to win this title. So keep an eye between all 4 of these teams capable of putting up big numbers. I feel like the winner is going to be in that 198. That means anytime you see scores like those 2 9.85s, you got to think you need to average a 9-9, maybe slightly higher. And right now, Oklahoma threw 2 9.85s. Here's Danae Fletcher. Very tough whip to double tuck to open. Danae, just a freshman out of Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. Has a high this season of a 9.975. Very nicely controlled landing. That's exactly what you want to see on those forward landings. Those are a little tougher, blind landings, but a very controlled step forward out of those. Danae scored a 9.9375 in the semifinal round, and that is a score the rest of the way here. 4 gymnasts to go, including Danae. Oklahoma needs 9 9s. Gonna probably get her a 0.5 on that last landing, but man, hard pressed other than that to find deductions. I do think this will break them into the 9 9s. Just to give you an update, you're here on floor exercise with me. Next to me is Bridget Sloan. She's covering every bar routine today. Olivia Karras next to her. She is on the balance beam, and Ashley Miles-Grieg on vault. And as far as the teams, I assume you're here on floor with me because you're an Oklahoma fan, but Florida on vault started out with a couple of 9-8 scores. Then they broke the 9-9 with Leanne Wong. Nia Reed just a 9-7. Auburn on bars, a series of scores in their first 4 athletes in the 9-8s, but decent mid to high, most of them. Utah on beam, their best event, 2 high 9-8s, then they broke a 9-9 with Abby Paulson. So that's what's happening around the gym, waiting for Danae Fletcher's score here. Will it be the first 9-9 for Oklahoma? Certainly feels that way to me. Danielle Sievers will be their next gymnast to go. Danielle, another freshman out of Gary, South Dakota. Here we go with Danielle Sievers. Nice full into open. A little quick on that step back. You can see just a tad more control, but really very good. May Fletcher, 9.875. Not quite to that 9 score, but scores building now. Four down for Oklahoma, 2 to go. Jordan Bowers, Reagan Smith in the 5th and 6th position. Man, the intensity in the arena, the crowd is great. Different pockets of the arena have got the fan bases in. You can see Florida across the way from where we're sitting, Auburn down to the left. Each fan base, I tell you what, they're bringing the energy. Florida is done on vault. Auburn is done on the uneven bars, and because they are done on the even bars, I get the pleasure of being joined by a fellow expert. She's leaving the uneven bars, and she is going to come join me here on the floor exercise. Bridget Sloan, NCAA champion, Olympic silver medalist. Bridget, you're welcome to floor, first of all. Oklahoma through 4 gymnasts. They have 4 hit routines, still waiting to break that 9-9. How was bars?
Bars was amazing. A little slow start for Auburn, but they got it right back. Darion Goburn doing Darion things, hitting perfect routines. What's been happening on floor? You mentioned they have not broken into the 9.9 range, which is very unlike Oklahoma.
Well, they start their competition in the qualification round, the semifinal round. They counted all 9-9s on the floor exercise. So here, just a little shy of that. Certainly, it felt like scores started slow, yesterday, and they started to build. But again, Danielle Sievers a 9.875. So again, you don't win it on the first event, and if you hit, you're not necessarily going to lose it. But this is an important couple of routines for Oklahoma. You do not want to get behind early. Here's Jordan Bowers, their star freshman. Jordan, number 19, ranked number 19 in the country on this event.
Wow.
Incredible. No one does a double flight better than that. Jordan with a huge 9.9625 in the semifinal round. Massive break for Oklahoma.
And it looked like she completely miscalculated her run.
That could have been bad, landing on the edge of the floor like that where the slope of the floor is. And that's unfortunate. Again, they have 4 good scores, but you needed the great scores in particular for these last 2 or 3 athletes. So now they're going to want to drop that Jordan Bowers score. Reagan Smith coming up next, certainly capable of that 9.95, but we've seen her at moments during the season have some mistakes as well. Man, a big time pressure moment for Oklahoma here early.
Absolutely, and you can really, hopefully, Reagan was not watching that routine. I know when I competed, I did not like to watch my teammates go. You can hear the crowd, yes, but when you see mistakes happen, you sometimes can get in your head, and let's hope that Reagan did not watch, because right now Oklahoma needs her to be on. And like you said, John, she's capable of hitting huge scores on floor exercise. She has fantastic tumbling, her dance, such an engaging floor routine, but it's on the line right now.
Yeah, this is big. This is very big. And around the gym, Utah has one more gymnast to go. They will have the lead after one rotation, but the good thing for Oklahoma is no one's really run away with it. Utah's going to have going to have a tidy little lead, assuming their last athlete, Miley O'Keefe, can do what she normally does. But Florida did not crush their vault rotation by any stretch of the imagination. Auburn on bar is good, but that score is not one that's, going to put too much fear early in a competition.
And John, we talked about this earlier today when we had our stream team meeting. It's going to come down to the stuck landings. Who can stick? Who can hit the handstands? All those little details that your coaches talk about all season long that you say, I know, I know, I know. This is where it all matters.
Yeah. How many stuck bar dismounts did you have for that first
I had two.
Two.
I had two, yes. And nothing major, nothing major. But again, still, the tiny tenths, they're still tenths.
Here we go with Reagan Smith. Jordan Bowers, a 9.65. The score they're going to want to drop. A lot riding on this juniors routine.
And that was a flag out of bounds.
And that is, again, a massive, that's a 10th off for going out of bounds. And if she did, it had to be by a fraction. And we had the view. We had the view of the judge kind of closest corner to us, and she's standing right there, so.
It is very important for those judges to have an excellent angle on where that out of bounds is and how their feet land.
This score is likely, if Reagan lands on her feet on this last pass, going to be a counting score, but now it's not going to break a 9-9. Mathematically impossible to do that. Oklahoma, after one rotation, is going to be in 4th place.
Not where you want to start after ending rotation 1.
Good finish for Reagan Smith, but if you're being honest, a disappointing start for the Oklahoma Sooners. The top two teams, the favorites coming into these finals, Florida and OU, going to be sitting in 3rd and 4th place. Wow, what a start to these NCAA championships. Utah, the leaders after one. They're going to be coming to floor exercise next.
Here at the Ncaa Women's Gymnastics Championships, I'm Ashley Miles-Grieve, bringing you every vault from every team, and this is huge for Oklahoma. Leading them off is Allie Stern. Your Chinko 1.5. Very big, very clean, just a little stutter step at the end. So to paint a picture for you guys, everything's on the line tonight. A national championship will be crowned. We're watching every single vault. Oklahoma did a good job yesterday, but didn't find the landings, and boy, do they need it. Oklahoma is actually in 4th place currently. They came off the floor exercise where they had their lowest score of this entire season for them. So they are going to have to come back in a big way, but if there's an event that they could do it on, it's definitely vault. They're the only team in the competition on the floor tonight that has 6 vaults that start from a 10.0. And they have big vaults, and they can find those landings, so now is the time when they need to do it. Next up is Catherine Lavasser. Yesterday she struggled. She had a really deep squat and took 2 steps back, only went 9.650, so that was the score that they were able to drop yesterday, but she can definitely do bigger. Score is in for Allie Stern. It's a 9.9. And again, I wouldn't count that as a stick, but it is very minimal deduction on that vault. Everything else so clean. So good start for Oklahoma in this rotation. They're going to need to be big here. And it's a good thing they have the #1 ranked coming into the postseason. She was ranked #1 on this event. Jordan Bowers. You know, postseason has become a strength for the Sooners under head coach KJ Kindler. They've just been so dominant, and they would like for that to continue, to get it back on track here this afternoon. Just a reminder, there's 6 athletes that will compete on this event. 6 judges, top 5 scores count. They drop the low, so they do have an opportunity if there's a mistake, a low score, that they can still have a big score. A total of 6 judges makes it very hard to come by those big numbers. They each give their number, they drop the high and the low and average the middle. Judges taking a little bit of time here. Maybe some adjustments with the scoring, and they've given her the green light. Jordan Bowers. Ncaa 1.5, and that's how you do it, folks. She found that landing. She knew they needed it. The vault is so big, she gets so high, has really good position in the air, and finds the landing, and guess what? Her teammate before her, Catherine Lavasser, went 9.975, virtually perfect. So that means there were some 10s in there, and this could be another big number. Wow. In the postseason, those landings are so important. This a lot of times comes down to whether or not you stuck a landing. 0.25. 25 100ths of a tenth have won or lost championship meets, so it's so important. Next up for Oklahoma on vault will be Danielle Sievers. Yesterday, she left a little bit of room on the table. She had a pretty sizable step forward, went 9.8625. Can definitely improve upon that. And it's another big score for Oklahoma. Third up, all 9.9 so far. 9.9375 is going to be the mark for Jordan Bowers. So they're not leaving anything on the table thus far. Just to put that in perspective, how good Oklahoma is, their first rotation, that's only the second time this year that they had a rotation without a 9.9 score. Nobody went above a 9.9. Danielle Sievers. Your Ncaa 1.5. Just, she found the landing, had to take a step. So very solid. So far, out of 4 athletes that have gone for Oklahoma, we've got 2 stuck cold landings, and I think that the number is 50%. Whoever gets that 50% number, that's 3 stuck vaults out of 6. It's going to be a pretty big opportunity for that team to put up a big number. Olivia Troutman is next up for Oklahoma on this event. And yesterday, she had a really solid vault. She had one of those very small stutter steps. She was just outside of that 9.9 scoring range yesterday. So if she can do a better job with the landing, went 9.875 yesterday. So she'll definitely want to build on that. And the score is in for Danielle Sievers. It's going to be a 9.85. Troutman has been given the green light to go. Whoa. Oh my gosh. I just love the way she marches down the vault runway, so aggressive, lasered in, focused, and does that in this big moment when it counts. I said Oklahoma needed to have a history-making performance here to get back in this thing with as close as it's going to be, and that definitely is going to get them back on the right track. Olivia Troutman sticking that cold, my goodness. Danae Fletcher will close them out. But Oklahoma getting re-energized over there. They know how important this vault rotation is. A lot on the line tonight. This is what these teams work for the entire year, to have an opportunity to be on the floor the last night at the national championship with a chance to win. And that number from Troutman is going to be a big one, folks. I believe it's going to be 9-9 or better. This is actually a change to the lineup. This was the lineup that they anticipated for the semifinals, but in the very last moment, they pulled Danae and put in Audrey Davis, who did a really nice, clean Yurchenko full. So Danae warmed up this 1.5 that we're about to see. It's beautiful. So 9-9, 9-9-7-5, 9-9-3-7-5, and a 9-8-5 that they're going to hope to drop. Danae Fletcher. Yurchenko 1.5 and just a hop. That is so big for her. That's so big in this moment. Just a freshman to come out here and get the job done and give them a nice start. A score is in for Olivia Troutman, 9.9625. We'll see what the mark is for Danae Fletcher, but did a really good job. Oklahoma really coming back in a big way. Make sure you come back and join me for rotation 3, where we'll get to see Utah.
They are capable of putting up some big scores here, and they need to do it. Their best 2 events, uneven bars and balance beam, they will be headed to balance beam after this 3rd rotation. But to get things started, freshman Danielle Sievers, she has a career best of a 9.925, had a 9.9 on Thursday. She's absolutely marvelous on uneven bars. Shaposh right to a pack. Half pirouette, a little form break. But a beautiful handstand there, just what the judges are looking for. And a stuck dismount. Wow, full twisting double back. Way to get things started. Oklahoma is not ranked #1 on uneven bars by chance. They worked for it every single meet and walked into today's competition knowing they are excellent on uneven bars. And Danielle Sievers, what a start for the Oklahoma Sooners. Oklahoma looking to take the lead here after this rotation or be close to it. See walking athlete to come up. Catherine Levasseur. Almost every athlete on this Oklahoma team that is in this bar lineup has textbook form, execution. And the crazy thing blew my mind. They have not gotten a perfect 10 all season on uneven bars, but they are still ranked number 1. Cat had a 9.9375 on Thursday. Has a career best of a 9.95 and a massive start for Oklahoma, 9.975 for Danielle. Catherine is set up for a huge score here. This is a new release. Tkachev done so well. Gorgeous last handstand, just the dismount. See if she can get the stick. Of course she can. Wow. Sticks are contagious. They absolutely are contagious. Cat with a flawless routine, has a career best of a 9.975. And Danielle, lead off, 9.975. Remarkable. Just got to keep the juices flowing, keep the sticks coming. And up next, senior Olivia Troutman. Thursday had a 9.8875. She's going to be coming after Kat's huge score. Whatever it is, I know it's going to be a good one. And it is a 9.9375. Same thing she got on Thursday for semifinals. And you see the Oklahoma bar crew working very hard, making sure these bars are set for each individual athlete. Kudos to them. That's a very difficult job to make sure everything is perfect. Big moment for Olivia. Let's see how it goes. Gorgeous shaposh to pack. Little close when she caught the bar, but recovered so well there. And a stunning cast handstand, no question there. Dismount, double layout. The smallest hop on that dismount. Looking for these scores to build. Right now, the Sooners have 2 stuck landings. Olivia, unfortunately, not a stick, but an excellent bar routine. No question there. And the Oklahoma Sooners, 4 NCAA championships in that program. I actually shared one of the championships with them. Bridget Sloan, shared. I know that's a little odd to hear, but sharing is caring. An absolute excellent team every single year. Just has been dominating NCAA gymnastics on the men's and women's side. Testimony to both programs here. And up next, Reagan Smith, Jr. had a 9.8625 on Thursday. Had some trouble right here at the start. She's going to do a combination. See if she does it, and she does. Massive rate of pack. So far, this routine is flawless. Little form break on that handstand. Wanted to stick this landing. A small shuffle of the feet. Still an excellent job. coming after Olivia's 9.9. You know, Reagan can put up some big scores, has never received a 10 this season. I shouldn't say never. Has never received a 10 this season. Actually has a career best of 9.95. And right there, the biggest deduction in that routine was just that form break on the last pass handstand. Just overcooked it a little bit, but no worries there because her teammates have her back. The next two athletes to go, Jordan Bowers, Audrey Davis, two athletes that are exceptional. In the scoring today, you have 6 judges on the panel, so they're gonna drop the highest and the lowest and take the average of the remaining 4. Makes it very difficult to get a perfect 10, but not impossible. Like what we saw on Thursday. And Jordan Bowers, freshman, had a 9.9 on Thursday, has a career best of a 9.975, has some of the best lines I have ever seen. Executed, so well done. Coming after Reagan Smith's 9.825, looking to drop that score. Huge Ray, so much height, excellent control of that cast handstand, no problems there. See if she can hit this handstand. Of course she can. Jordan Bowers, freshman. And a stuck full twisting double back. Wow, wow, wow. Oklahoma wanting to get a massive lead after this third rotation. They are on their way there. That was Jordan Bowers. Such gorgeous lines. Sticks that landing. And the final competitor for Oklahoma on uneven bars, sophomore Audrey Davis, had a 9.95 on Thursday. Actually tied for second as an individual after Thursday's competition. And she has some of the best Higgins work, which you will see, and I will make sure you know that it's coming up. And the flight she gets on her piked Jaeger is unbelievable. She's gonna flare her arms. It is just gorgeous to watch. And Jordan Bowers, huge, 9.95. So Audrey is set up here for a big score. She had a 9.95 on Thursday. Let's see what she does here. In the Higgins work right here, she's gonna do an inverted turn. So high. Oh, it's incredible. Wow. Half pirouette, holds the handstand. Another Higgins work. Double front with a half. And sticks the landing. Holy moly. That was, I don't know what the deduction is in that bar routine, but Audrey Davis is going to be putting up a massive number, helping Oklahoma right now get to that #1 spot, headed into the 4th rotation. Rotation 3 for Oklahoma. Lights out. Absolutely incredible job. They will be heading to balance beam for rotation #4. I'm Bridget Sloan. I will be on bars for rotation 4. Come on back.
welcome back to the final rotation of the 2022 season. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Oklahoma finishing up their storied afternoon so far on balance beam, and they're led off by the great junior from Oklahoma City, Ncaa Dunn. The entire season comes down to this last rotation. Oklahoma has a 2/10 lead over the Gators. And Oklahoma is fantastic on balance beam. Triple series by Ncaa Dunn, absolutely rock solid. Split jump, straddle half. Very nicely done. She did a great job hitting those split positions. Nice work from Ncaa Dunn. She has a career and season high of a 9.925. And hop backward on a gainer full. I haven't seen her take a hop in a while, and she did a fantastic job. Let me be clear, that beam routine was a lovely lead-off routine. Did exactly what the Sooners needed in order to stay on top in this final rotation. That is one hit routine down, and they just need 4 more great routines, and for their final routine, their 6th routine, they definitely need a lights out routine. Lots of excitement in this arena as head coach KJ Kindler giving Olivia Troutman some last words of wisdom, a big deep breath for her. Olivia Troutman, the senior from Champlin, Minnesota, battling an injury here and there this season, but my goodness, has she come back in the postseason with an absolute vengeance. Thirsty to help this OU team to a national title, and she has done such a spectacular job this season with just that. Season career high 9.925, received a 9.9125 on Thursday in the semifinals. All right, score is in for Ncaa Dunn. It is a 9.85. Absolutely not a bad score. A great score for the leadoff performer, but they are looking for 9.9 plus only if they want to stay on top in this competition, as Florida is going lights out on floor. Beautiful full turn for Olivia as she prepares for her first big test, a back handspring layout, step out. Solid on that landing, so tight in her core, which allows her to maintain her body positioning directly on top of the balance beam. Cat leap, switch side, very difficult landing sideways on the balance beam. Front toss in a pike position, really nice work working through that. Just the dismount left for Olivia Troutman. They didn't get that stick from Ncaa Dunn, so she needs it here. Oh! Olivia Troutman with a spectacular balance beam routine. Big hug from KJ Kindler. She knows that was national championship worthy. Big hugs from her team as she got the job done in the second spot. Next competitor for the Sooners, sophomore Kat Levasser from San Antonio, Texas. Kat has had an absolutely breakout sophomore season. Season and career high of a 9.975. Received a 9.9 in the semifinal. She has come into this beam lineup. She came in a little bit later in the season, but has really made some noise on the event. So consistent. As we await the score for Olivia Troutman, Kat Levasseur has been given the flag, and it's in for Olivia Troutman, a 9.9. Exactly what the Sooners needed to remain at the top of this competition. Nice full turn. Flowing through this routine very nicely. Big test here, back handspring, layout, step out. Slight shoulder dip there, the teeniest bit off, but showed no signs of overreaction. Switch leap to straddle quarter, very well done. Acro element here, a front aerial to a beat jump. So far, such confident balance beam work, and that's what you would expect from this brilliantly talented Oklahoma beam team. Just the dismount for Kat Levasseur. Back handspring into a gainer full. To a stack landing. Now that is back-to-back perfectly stuck landings for the Sooners. Exactly what they want to continue this momentum moving forward. Bravo, Kat Levasseur. Such brilliant balance beam work this entire season. So 3 routines done for the Sooners, and they have 3 of their best athletes yet to go. And this young lady next up, sophomore from Frisco, Texas, Audrey Davis, is such a pleasure and a joy to watch all across the board, but her balance beam work is so much fun. She has a career high of a 9.95, almost met that this season with a season high 9.925. And talk about consistency, she has not scored below a 9.825 this entire season, so she knows what she needs to do to get this done. Lots of noise in this arena as Audrey Davis has been given the go-ahead. Beautiful, unique mount sequence here, showing off some flexibility and creativity as Kat Levasseur's in with a 9.9. Audrey starts off this routine with her required full turn element, very nice. Big test here, back handspring layout, step out series. Nice job. So much focus and confidence this young woman is showing right now. Cat leap to a front aerial. Oh, beautiful body positioning. Jump to difficult split ring. Excellent job. That split position was gorgeous in the air. A difficult dismount here for Audrey. It's a round off double twist. She just needs to find that landing. Oh! My goodness! She hopped a bit in the semifinal, but not today. And Ashley, welcome back. You are in for a treat.
I'm right next to you. I heard it. What's going on?
My gosh, Audrey Davis with a picture-perfect balance beam routine. Jenna Dunn started 9.85. They have 2 9.9s, and I think Davis should go above a 9.9.
Okay, so OU taking care of business is what you're saying over
OU
here.
is taking care of business. There's a lot going on in this arena right now, but man, is Oklahoma not letting down at all whatsoever.
Put their foot on the gas in this first rotation, and hopefully they don't take it off. I'm sure that's
right.
what the goal is.
So Carly Woodard is going to be 5th, the 5th-year senior from Overland Park, Kansas. Career high, season high, perfect 10. On Thursday, she received a 9.9125, and they could use that right now.
They really could. Oh, how exciting.
This is crazy. And, you know, you hear the cheers in the background, and Florida is going lights out on floor.
Yeah.
But Oklahoma, who had a 2-10 lead going into this rotation, is definitely keeping pace. So the question now becomes, Carly Woodard will be Carly Woodard, do what she can do best, and then Reagan Smith is last, and I don't know if Florida will be able to catch them, but score is just in for Audrey Davis, a 9.9375, and
wow.
man, did they need that one to stay on top here.
Yeah, there's something going into that last rotation in this situation with the lead. It definitely gives you some cushion there, and then for them to be hitting like they are, wow.
So Carly Woodard on the balance beam for the Sooners. And Ashley, this needs to be perfect.
Yes, absolutely. You know that only 5 scores count, 6 athletes get to go, but if you can get solid 1 through 5, that definitely is going to leave some breathing room for the anchor on that event.
That's right. Difficult series. Woo! Side aerial, back handspring. Were you watching from the back?
I was, and yeah, I thought she was a little off.
Yeah? Wow.
But you didn't see it.
I did not see it. Front toss to beat jump. Pristine. I mean, like, picture perfect, beautiful.
Calm and grace under pressure on balance beam. It's a beautiful thing to watch, folks.
It's a beautiful thing. Lovely scale there showing her flexibility. Switch leap, split jump, beautiful
I'd
job.
like to have seen that first switch leap a little bit higher on the front leg, but I'm just being nitpicky because, I mean, she's so perfect everywhere else. So you got to call it like you see it.
You have to call it like you see it, and so far this has been near perfect. She really needs a stick. Wow. That is,
she is pumped.
Carly Woodard's final piece of gymnastics we will ever see, and
yeah,
I don't know if she could have done it quite better.
Yeah, just the emotion you see from her right there. I mean, just
wow.
Again, that's the last time that we're going to see her.
And we came into the arena earlier, and we were standing over by balance beam, and before her team came in, she was standing there at the end of the beam visualizing everything.
And I guarantee you this is what she was thinking about.
She was thinking about this right here, this moment. So we will await her score. That's 5 hits for Oklahoma. Ask me if I'm shocked. I mean,
no, Reagan Smith can breathe now.
Reagan Smith can take a deep breath, but definitely still needs to be fantastic because I'm peeking my eyes over on floor, and Florida is not giving anything up.
Yeah, they're going lights out over there, we think, folks. So this is going to come down to the wire for sure.
It definitely is. So Reagan Smith, the junior from Louisville, Texas, career high 10, season high 10, all that fun stuff. Semifinal received a 9.925 as she takes a big, deep breath.
There's a lot going on in this arena, folks.
There's a lot going on right now, and as Trinity Thomas just finished a perfect floor routine.
Yes, oh my goodness. Okay,
right.
Reagan, this is a moment right here.
This is a moment. Score is in for Carly Woodard, a 9.925. Check out these scores. So right now, Oklahoma has a team total. They're at a 198.0875. And that's with Jenna Dunn's 9.85. So if Reagan Smith can get a 10,
yes,
and we know she can get a 10.
She can.
They will bump up a 10th and a half.
Yeah, wow. Here we go.
Here we go.
to remind myself to breathe and imagine what Reagan's going through. You hear the cheer in the background as she does her flight series and
back handspring layout,
nerves
step
of
out.
steel.
Nerves of steel as you likely hear the cheers in the background. Trinity Thomas just got a 10 on floor.
But Reagan is still very much in between in her beam routine.
Beautiful
Solid
front aerial,
Yep.
beautiful. Tricky combination here.
Splash. Straddle half,
Straddle
back
half.
handspring swing down, splash. This is impressive what Reagan's doing up here right now, folks. She is so focused, so zoned in on this moment.
And she is just gearing up for her dismount. The last piece of gymnastics Oklahoma will do in this competition. Back handspring, gainer full. Oh my goodness.
Wow, lights out.
Oh my goodness. As she jumps on KJ Kindler in heels.
Yes.
She jumps on KJ Kindler in heels.
I don't think KJ was ready for it.
I don't think KJ was ready for that, but I don't know. I didn't see anything wrong with that.
Yes, I didn't see anything. That was amazing.
Absolutely
Yeah.
beat out Jenna Dunn's 9.85.
They're going to be able to drop that score.
The question now becomes by how much and if Florida can chase Oklahoma. And I don't know the answer to that question.
We don't know, folks. We don't know.
Wow. I mean, wow. Whew.
They're waiting anxiously. Look at the Sooners right now. They want to see what that number is so they know
and I
where
can't
they
imagine
stand.
It'll take the judges very long to
Yeah.
put a score up, considering that was perfect in my eyes.
Yeah, that was huge.
All right, so we see some numbers. Remember, 6 judges, high and low dropped, average the middle 4. So we only see a couple, so we can't tell you what the score is until it is in the system, as the Sooners are standing there together holding hands.
However, last competitor of the meet is going right now for Florida on floor. Oklahoma is anxiously awaiting to see what that number is.
They're waiting, and it looks like we don't have it yet.
9.9625.
9.9.
625.
625. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Near perfect.
That's unbelievable.
So Oklahoma's already in the lead. They just got a score bump. Florida lights out on floor.
Yep.
We don't know if they can catch them or not, but the Sooners in their huddle right now are looking pretty confident. But stick around for the award ceremony to crown this year's 2022 national champion. Thanks for being with us. I'm Olivia Curious with Ashley Miles-Grieg. See you later, skater.
Presentation honoring our final 4 teams from this year's Women's Gymnastics Championship. Teams, when your score is announced, please make your way to the floor podium. Placing 4th with a score of 197.350. Let's hear it for the Auburn Tigers. Finishing in 3rd place with a score of 197.750, the Utah Utes. Finishing in second place with a score of 198.0875, the Florida Gators. And presenting your 2022 NCAA Women's Gymnastics National Champions with a final score of 198.200, the Oklahoma Sooners! How about another round of applause for this year's finalists, your 2022 national champions, the Oklahoma Sooners!